Hey there! Here we are with a very special musician from South Carolina. I'm very pleased to welcome to Richard Strater. How you doing, Richard?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. We are glad to have you today.
Thank you for
Uh,
having me.
yeah. Let's start by talking about your first memories. Do you remember when did you first feel attracted by music?
Yeah, so I first started playing music when I was about 6 or 7 years old. I took piano lessons for a brief period of time, and then from there I started learning other instruments.
Yeah. Um, how you started with your current musical project?
My current music project started in 2014. Uh, Before 2014, I had a garage band that I played with in high school and shortly after high school, which was more of an alternative hard rock band. So in 2014, I started making music that was more folk with acoustic instruments and less of that loud distorted guitars and garage band sound.
Oh, well. And how would you define the Richard Strader sound?
So I've been saying that my music somewhere fits with indie folk, um, because it's got some folk elements to it, some indie rock elements to it, especially when it comes to the storytelling of folk,
Ye-
and some older styles of country. But more recently, I've heard that some people think it's kind of like a prog rock feel to it. So somewhere between folk and prog rock is I
Okay.
think of where I've landed.
Well, and about your source of inspiration, what inspires you when composing your music?
I often say that life events inspire me to write my songs. And I think that's something you can see in the song I've just released, The Land of Palmetto. I talk about the places I have been. I talk about where I'm from. And so when I wrote that song, I was thinking about all these times that I had traveled and what it felt like being back in South Carolina, but also what it felt like traveling to all these different places. So life events is what I often say. Uh, some other things that inspire me are memories about myself, about my family, about the way that people talk about themselves in the US. It seems to inspire some of the songs that I have.
Okay.
So now you're talking about your new single, The Land of Palmetto, so that you just released. How did the audience react?
It's been great seeing what people think of the song. Some people have really liked it. Others,
Oh,
it's
well.
not for them, but that's all right. The people who like it are the people who like it. That's what I tell myself. It's for those people. It's been great, especially hearing from people I haven't heard from in a while. I took a kind of a break for a couple of years. I'm kind of starting to step back into the music that I played and reconnecting with some of the people that I would connect with when I played shows and release songs. It's been great to hear from people I haven't heard in a while and to meet a few new people like you all.
Yeah.
So, how was the recording process?
Yeah, the recording process was wonderful. I got to work with people here locally in South Carolina. I worked with a producer here in Columbia named Todd Mathis at Archer Avenue Studios. So we recorded 5 songs, and on the songs that you guys have heard, it was just all local musicians. We took our time over the course of a couple months and really fine-tuned the recordings.
Oh, well. Eric, Richard, it's time to enjoy your music and share it with people. Richard, could you introduce your new single to the audience, please?
Absolutely. So this is my new song, The Land of Palmetto. I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, ready in three, two, one, go.
Take me back to Alabama. Oh, take me back to that bridge. Take me back to Ohio. Take me back to Sacramento. Life's a journey that we keep traveling on. Life's a journey I keep traveling on. Stop, never want to stop. Never want to stop, never want to stop. Sometimes you've got to go home. To where you came from. Sometimes you have to go home. Remember who you are. Sometimes you have to go home. To where the pine trees grow. To the land of Palmetto.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a very special journey to the Land of Palmetto.
Wow.
A lot of
Amazing.
feeling inside.
Yes, emotional, and the acoustic guitar is great. The song is great. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you all.
when
Thank
here
you.
when here in the album is very special and intensity. Yeah, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
emotional. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
What are your goals for the rest of this year and the next one? Do you plan to go on tour, release new songs, or something else?
Yes, for the rest of this year, I'm hoping to play a few shows across the Southeast. So probably North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee. And then I will be recording more songs with Todd Massis at Archer Aver Studio, so that hopefully next year, this time, we'll have some more songs to share with people. And then as far as the songs I've already recorded, I'm going to be releasing those probably once a month for the next couple months.
Oh, okay. And when you go on a stage, how do you prepare physically and mentally to connect with the audience?
Yeah, so in terms of preparing myself physically, I make sure I get enough rest. I've got plenty of fluids and I've eaten things. I try to make sure that the songs I'm going to play, I've practiced them a lot so that it's just muscle memory. In terms of connecting with the people that are at the show, I try to be present. I try to react to how they're reacting to me, so we have some type of nonverbal communication.
Oh, well,
The magical interaction.
yeah. Yeah. Is there any concert that you especially remember?
Yeah, so one that's coming to mind for me right
Oh,
now
well.
is one that I played the first time I played in Mexico. I played at a
Mexico.
coffee shop in Querétaro City called Bean There. And I was a little nervous because it seemed like the people at the show didn't speak English, and my Spanish at the time was just, there was no Spanish. I was a little concerned at the time that we weren't going to be able to have that like nonverbal communication, but it ended up working out that through the music we're able to connect in some way. And that felt really special because it was my first time playing in a country when not everyone spoke English.
So
Okay.
you get by with the universal language, music.
The
Yeah,
music.
it seemed to work. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Which artist would you like to invite to share on a stage or work together on other musical projects?
Yeah, so some of my favorite people to listen to are Gregory Alan Isakov and Noah Kahn. So that, of course, would be an honor to be able to engage with them in some way. But there's also a lot of great musicians here in South Carolina, in Columbia, South Carolina, that it's always a pleasure to see them play. Always a pleasure when they're able to play a song with me. So some of those people that I'm thinking of right now are Sean Thompson. He plays some great banjo. And then there's also Moses Andrews III, who you heard in the song, playing piano parts. He has his own music. So you can look him up on Spotify. He's got some fantastic stuff.
Oh, yeah. And what's your opinion about the current music scene in your city, in USA, of the rest of the world? What's your opinion?
Yeah, so I definitely enjoy the music scene we have here in Columbia, South Carolina. There's a lot of great folk musicians that are making music, playing out in the community and recording songs. So in terms of people who've recorded songs, I really enjoy some of the work that Stackbriar is doing. There's another local group here called Albemarle Radio. They've got some really great music. So it's just been a pleasure to be able to be a part of that in some way.
Oh, well. And what do you think of digital impact on music with social media and mainstream platforms?
Yeah, I think the shift to social media and to the mainstream platforms of internet-based media has definitely shifted things a lot. When I would do shows maybe 10, 15 years ago, it was a lot of exchanging CDs. You exchange CDs with people when you go to their shows. I don't think I even own a CD player now. Things have definitely changed. Some of that's for the better. I'm able to connect with people a lot quicker, able to connect with you all, everybody who's been listening to my song so far. But then it does shift a little bit the way that people go about making music.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
well.
it's a truly revolution, digital impact on music. And to conclude, would you mind to send a message to the audience that is watching you right now?
Yeah, so for everyone watching me right now, I just want to say thank you for listening to the Land of Palmetto. I hope you've enjoyed what you've heard so far. And please don't hesitate to reach out. Feel free to email me, shoot me a message on social media. I'd love to hear from you, whatever you have to share, to say. Don't hesitate.
Oh, yeah.
And
Thank
that's
you.
all.
Thank you.
It was
Thank you very
great sitting down with you today.
Thank you all for having me.
Thank you.
It's an honor. I'm very
This
honored.
and this is your Radio Caviar Musical is your musical home ever. Remember,
Thank you.
my dear. Thank you again. See you.